Hey again, welcome back. I'm Rahena and we are playing Gakuen Heaven 2. Last time we completed the bar Sonoda scene where we got to see some interaction between Yuki, Sonoda, and Professor Sakaki. This time we're skipping ahead to the information about the ball tournament. And this will just be a brief scene and then I will go into some of the extra things that you get from Sonoda's route only. So for now, we're going to continue from kind of the general area where Yuki's wondering about it and wondering who he should talk to for advice on what to do this year. And as before we get all the choices, this time, of course, we will talk to Sonoda.
Sonoda-san, 前の球技大会ってどんなでした?
So what were the previous ball tournaments like?
去年の球技大会か。
Well, last year's...
参加者は少なかったな。
There weren't very many participants.
キヨが文化系の生徒用にネットスポーツゲーム大会を開催したら、そっちの方が盛り上がっちゃったからな。
And there is a little bit of overlap in the explanation here because we just did Joker's route and Sonoda is mentioning some of the things that happened then. I mean, it's just bound to happen because whatever happened in the previous year is always the same no matter who you ask. So you'll get a little bit of overlapping information no matter what you do. But he's saying that last year, Kiyo had an online sports game that was made by the students from the cultural clubs, and it ended up being popular.
でも、メインは球技大会だからさ。
But the main event's supposed to be the ball tournament itself.
盛り上がるようにって、外部の生徒も観客として招待してみたんだ。
To make it more exciting, we tried inviting students from outside of the school to be spectators.
近くの女子校の生徒とかに声をかけたんだ。
We even invited students from nearby girls' schools.
どうなったんですか?
And how did it go?
それが逆効果だった。
Well, it had the opposite effect.
どうしてですか?
もともと有名な選手やイケメンにばっかり応援が集中しちゃってさ。
Well, the support ended up being concentrated only on the famous competitors and the handsome guys.
もちろん、俺たちが参加したチームは人気だったけど。
So, of course, our team was popular.
マイナースポーツのやつとか、ビジュアルに自信のないやつが完全にやる気なくしたってわけ。
But the guys in more minor sports or the guys who weren't too confident in their looks completely lost their enthusiasm for it.
なるほど。一部のテンションが下がるのはわかる気がする。
I see. I can kind of understand that they'd be less enthusiastic.
ま、俺としては球技大会限定の特製弁当がよく売れたから問題なかったけど。
Well, for me, I sold a lot of special bentos that were limited to the ball tournament, so it was no problem.
特製弁当?
Special bento?
BL 学園の生徒はもちろん、学園に来た観客にもよく売れたな。
It sold well to students of the school, but it also sold well to the spectators who came from outside.
球技大会自体はそんなに盛り上がらなかったけど。
The ball tournament itself wasn't very exciting.
俺の弁当を食べた人は満足したと思うな。
But I think the people who ate my bento were satisfied.
そうなんですね。やっぱり食べ物って大事なんだな。
I see. After all, food is important. Yeah, of course it is. And this is where it meets up with the other information where he starts thinking about food and uses that as the angle to come up with a prize. So from here, I'm just going to
どのデータをロードする?
load the next part.
じゃあ、この内容で大会のチラシを作りますね。
And this is the following day where Joker's kind of suckered Yuki into doing all the real work to prepare for the ball tournament. And he's saying, then I'll make some flyers for the tournament with these contents, this information.
全員が参加したくなるような最高なのを頼むね。
Yeah, please make them awesome so everyone will want to participate.
プレッシャーだな。
That's a lot of pressure.
告知や広報っていうものはそれだけ肝心だってこと。
But the announcement and the PR for the event are really
パ
important.
ッケージが変わるだけで食べ飽きたお菓子も新鮮かつ美味しそうに見えるだろ。
Because just if you change the package of something, like a candy you're tired of eating, it makes it taste new again, right?
確かに。
Well, that's true.
責任重大だけど、たくさん集客するためだもんな。
It's a big responsibility, but it's for attracting lots of people.
今なら1階の教室が空いてるからそこで作業するといいよ。
Well, the first floor classroom is empty, so you can use that. And I think this part is the same.
わかりました。じゃあ行ってきま。
So I may have covered some of this already in a previous playthrough, and then I kind of cut it off at some point because it was getting into Sonoda specific stuff that you normally wouldn't see. But I don't remember exactly where the cutoff is. Anyway, Yuki's on his way out.
ああ、待って。
Oh, hold on.
はい。
1階に行くなら、あれを持って行ってよ。
Well, if you're going to the first floor, take this.
あれ？部屋の隅に置いてある段ボールのことですか？
Are you talking about the cardboard box over there in the corner?
そう。
壊れたおもちゃや変な機械ばっかり積んでありますけど、チラシ作りに何か関係が？
It's full of broken toys and weird machines. Does this have anything to do with the
な
flyers?
いよ。
No.
1階に行くついでに、クラブ島の物置まで運んでおいてくれない？
But won't you take it to the storage room in the club wing?
隼人がちょうどいないからさ。頼むよ、ユウキくん。
Well, because Hayato's not here. Please, Yuki?
わかりました。よいしょっと。
And because Yuki's a sucker, he'll do it.
こっちの箱も。
And this box, too.
こんなに積まれると前が見えない。
Well, if you pile them up like that, I can't really see.
ありがとう、ユウキくん。
Thanks, Yuki.
君たち生徒会と共同運営ができてよかったよ。
Well, I'm happy we can manage things along with the student council.
僕らの雑用が減ってとても助かる。じゃ、行ってらっしゃい。
So it reduces the amount of chores we have to do, so get
転ばな
going.
いように気をつけて。
Be careful.
ジョーカーさんって人使い荒いな。
Joker's pretty rough on people who help
重
him.
要な仕事いっぱい抱えてるから仕方ないっちゃ仕方ないけど。
But since they always have their hands full with work, it can't be helped.
これだって俺に任されたことだから頑張らないと。
I have to do it.
っていうか千葉さんはいつもこういう雑用任されてるのかな。
But does he always leave chores like this to Chiba? Well, it does seem like Chiba is in charge of the manual labor stuff.
じゃあチラシ作りとかは普段は誰がやってるんだろ
Flyers and stuff like that, anyone can make them, right?
うと安定しないな。
Oh, I need to kind of keep my balance
それ
here.
にしてもこんなガラクタ何に使ってたんだろう。デュラックの仕事に関係あるのかな。
But what is all this junk used for? That stuff that's in the boxes from the Durock
紫の
room.
バラに変身ベルトに純白のシルクハットメイド服まで。
And here's some of the stuff that's in the box. There's a purple rose and a disguise belt. There's a white silk hat and a maid outfit.
誰が着てたんだ。
Who wears this
ま
stuff?
さかジョーカーさん。大穴で千葉さん。
It can't be Joker, or maybe as a long shot, it's Chiba. I can just imagine poor Chiba being stuffed into a maid outfit. Actually, that'd be pretty cute.
まさかな。
No way.
考えるのはよそう。しょっとクラブ島まであと少しだ。
Well, he's on his way. He's almost to that club wing or club room.
うっと階段だ。前が見えにくいから怖いな。
Oh, it's the stairs, and since I can't see where I'm going, it's kind of scary.
そーっと慎重に。
So being careful.
あ、変身ベルトが落ち。
And that disguise belt thing is falling. I know, Yuki's falling. My foot slipped. Like this, I'm gonna fall too. Huh? Someone's arms are supporting me. Who is it?
園田さん。
It's Sonoda.
大丈夫？
You okay? And he saved me.
ありがとうございます。助か。
Thank you. Oh, his face is really close. And his hand's on my hip. And we've never been this close before. It makes me kind of nervous.
助かりました。
You saved me.
ちゃんと前見て歩きなって。危ないだろ。
You need to watch where you're going. It's dangerous.
って無理か。どうしたんだこの荷物。
What is this stuff?
ああ、うちにあったものじゃないか。キヨに押し付けられちゃった。
Oh, this is our stuff. Did Kyo foist it off on you?
押し付けられたというかクラブ島に行くついでにって。
Well, he said take it while you're on the way there.
ついでにしては大荷物すぎだって。
Well, this is too much for on the way.
仕方がないなっと。
Can't be helped. Oh, he took half of it. Is he gonna help me?
その荷物。
This stuff.
クラブ棟の物置に運べばいいんだろ。
Well, it's gotta get put in the club
手伝って
club
くれるんですか？
storage, right? You're gonna help me?
君の階段落ちは見たくないし。
Because he doesn't want him to get messed up on the stairs. Wow, he's being so nice.
ありがとうございます。
Yay, he's being nice to me, and compared to Joker, who's kind of weird, and Chiba, who seems to live for Joker, Sonoda seems like a decent person, or rather, I can talk to him normally. And he's helping me out here, and I feel like he'd be really attractive to girls. Like, who would even just randomly think that?
何ニコニコしてるの？
What are you grinning about?
球技大会の運営を任せてもらえて、生徒会長として嬉しいなって。
Well, I was just so happy I was entrusted with the management of the ball tournament. Well, that was a random thing to say. I was just happy he was being so nice, but if I said that, I would end up blushing.
任せてもらったって割にはやってることは雑用な気がするけど。
Well, it just seems like a chore, not something that was entrusted to you.
大丈夫？キヨにいろいろ面倒ごと押し付けられてるんじゃない？
Are you okay? Or has he pushed a lot of annoying things off onto you?
心配してくれるんですか？
Are you worried about me?
まあね。
A little.
キヨの無茶ぶりについては俺もよくわかってるからさ。
Well, I know his unreasonable behavior well, which he would as a member of Duroc.
ここぞとばかりに無理難題ふっかけられてやしないかと思って。
Making unreasonable demands at a critical moment. All he does is provoke people.
そんなことは。
That's not true.
俺なんかこの間何の脈絡もなく全国の女子高生アスリートにアンケートを取らされたり。
And here's an example. For no good reason, he made me send a survey to all the female high school athletes in the country.
かと思うと女子校の制服データ集めさせられたりしたんだって。
He wanted data on girls' school uniforms.
ひどいだろ？
Isn't that terrible?
そういえばさっき、人参をぶら下げると馬は本当に全力疾走するのかって。
Well, come to think of it, before he asked me if carrots really make horses go faster.
大学の研究データを取り寄せるようにって頼まれました。
And he asked me to send off for college research data, like carrot on a stick in front of a horse.
君もやられてたんじゃん。
See, it's happened to you too.
他にも突然何かひらめいて地域のお祭りで使われた民芸品を取り寄せようとしたり。
Or weird stuff like information about folk art used in festivals, or he wanted to rent equipment that was used in a new movie.
最新映画で使われてる特殊装置をレンタルしようとしたりさ。
So, I think this does happen up to a certain point, because you get a choice here. I can't remember how much of this is actually viewable before you've unlocked Sonoda, but I know I've skipped over this before and just said don't worry about this, but now we're finally into the scene, and it starts with this kind of giant complaint session about Joker and how unreasonable and annoying he is, which we got to see it from Joker's side in his route, where he was complaining about Sonoda and how annoying he is. And now here's the flip side. They don't seem to get along very well, even though they look like friends on the outside.
でも、ジョーカーさんのすることには何か意味があるんじゃないんですか？
But isn't there any point to the things that he does?
まあ大抵は。
Well, mostly.
去年もそのおかげか女子高生の集客には成功したかな。
Well, last year he did get lots of female high school students as spectators.
じゃあ、今回の馬と人参の件も、もしかしたら何か深い理由が。
So maybe there's some relationship between food and animals for the Gourmand Cup.
食いしん坊カップのために食べ物と動物の関係を調べたってこと？
So, of course, poor Yuki, being kind of a dork here, is thinking maybe there's a reason for the way that Joker behaves, but sometimes there just isn't.
ジョーカーさんってやっぱりすごいんですね。
He's pretty amazing.
それはどうかな。
I wonder.
単に君をからかってる可能性も十分あると思うけど。
It's plenty possible that he was just teasing you.
でもこんな風に学園全体の行事に関わっていけるのはすごく楽しいですよ。
But I look forward to seeing if it has something to do with the school event.
今日だってみんなに配るチラシの作成を頼まれたし、やりがいがあって嬉しいんです。
Well, I was so happy being able to prepare the flyers for everyone.
ほんと、君ってお人よし。
You're really too nice.
そうかな。
Really?
俺からしてみればそんな性格としか思えないけど、まあそこが君の魅力の一つなのかも。
From my point of view, it's an unprofitable character. So, the way Yuki will help people do anything, he doesn't get anything for it. There's no profit in it. What's in it for him? Not really anything. And remember that Sonoda is all about money. He won't do anything for free. So, to him, Yuki is kind of weird. But, he says it's one of your charms.
どんな馬鹿らしいことでも嬉しそうにやってるから手を貸してあげたくなるっていうか。
You so happily do any ridiculous thing for people. It makes people want to help you.
今日の園田さんみたいに。
Like you today?
まあね。
Well, yeah. Could it be he wasn't aware that he was helping me?
可愛い女の子ならまだしも男の子を手助けするのは柄じゃない。
Well, I'd rather be helping a cute girl. Helping a boy is out of character for me. He looks kind of dissatisfied.
でもなんだかんだでこうやって手伝ってくれるんだから根が親切なんですね。
But you helping me means that you're kind at heart.
そういうこと言うなら今すぐこの手を離すけど。
If you say something like that again, I'll let go right now.
あ、ダメ。
No, don't.
冗談だって。
I'm kidding.
びっくりした。
That was surprising. Oh, he's teasing me again. But after all, I think he's a nice person.
君って単純。だからキヨも面白がるのかな。
Well, you're kind of simple, but,
そんなに面白がられてます？
I think he's saying that's why Kyo finds him interesting. He's like, is that really that interesting?
そりゃもうあんまり振り回されないようにしなって。無茶だと思ったら断るのも大切。
Well, don't let yourself be manipulated. If it's unreasonable, you need to turn it down.
キヨは気分やノリ次第で無理難題言ってくるから全部聞かなくてもいいって。
He makes demands depending on his mood, so you don't have to do everything he says.
ハヤトはキヨのイエスマンだから何言われようと従っちゃうけどさ。
And Hayato is Kyo's yes man, so he'll do anything he says.
ハヤトと俺たちが同じだと思われたらたまんないって。
And we're not the same as him.
さすがに千葉さんみたいにはなれませんもんね。
Well, I don't think I can be like Chiba.
園田さんも大変ですね。
It must be tough for you.
何が？
What is?
気分屋のジョーカーさんとジョーカーさん命の千葉さん。
Well, because, you have to deal with Joker's whims, and Chiba lives for Joker. So yeah, you kind of think about it. The two of them, even if we don't really know how Joker and Sonoda get along, it seems very complicated based on what we know so far. But Chiba is definitely extremely devoted to Joker, so those two get along just fine. So it's almost like they have their own little thing going on together, and Sonoda's kind of on the outside because he doesn't buy into that. He doesn't just blindly follow what Joker says, and he's also trying to manipulate things because of his situation. So in a way, he's an outsider inside his own group.
あの二人とずっとやってきたのは園田さんでしょ。いろいろ大変だったんだろうなって。
And you've been doing things with them the whole time, so it must have been difficult.
まあね、普通じゃないあいつらの尻拭いは簡単じゃないけど。
Well, yeah, they're not normal, so cleaning up after them isn't easy. And I like that the the word or the characters that they use for cleaning up after is actually it's like literally the characters for wiping their butts. So cleaning up after them is just kind of gives you a nice mental image of how he feels about it. Which, you know, I could kind of understand because they really are kind of like kids in a way, Joker and Chiba. Joker because it's fun for him to mess with things and see what happens after he pulls all the pigtails and gets everyone riled up to just kind of stand back and watch everyone go crazy. And Chiba just because he's kind of simple and doesn't question anything Joker tells him to do, so he'll just do whatever and doesn't really seem to grasp the subtleties of a situation. So he's an interesting one. I can see that he'd be very frustrating to deal with also.
でもいいコンビじゃなかった。いいトリオですよね。
Yeah, but they seem like everyone seems like a nice combination, or rather a nice trio.
一括りにするのやめてくれる？俺たちは別に仲良しこよしってわけじゃない。
I was kind of saying don't say things like that. You know, we're not really that friendly.
そうなんですか？
Really?
そうだって。
It's true. But they seem like friends. So maybe he's just hiding his embarrassment, you know, at being kind of said, oh, you guys get along so well, you know, it's kind of embarrassing.
ほら、ちゃんと前見なって。また転んでも知らないぞ。
Anyway, watch carefully and don't trip again.
あ、すいません。
Sorry.
なんとか運び終えた。
And they finally have brought all the stuff to wherever it's being stored.
ご苦労様。
Good job.
手伝ってくれてありがとうございました。
Thank you for
この
helping.
後、チラシ作るんだろ？
So you're going to start working on the flyers?
はい、こっからが本番です。
Yeah, now the real job starts.
よければ手伝おうか。
If you like, can I help you?
え？
And so, is it okay for Sonoda to help me make the flyers? So you can say, yeah, please help me, or I'm fine by myself. I'm going to stop here. Of course, the correct choice is let's do it together. And this option will not appear at all if Sonoda's route is not unlocked. So if you're playing through by yourself and you have not completed both Tomo's route and Joker's route so far, you won't have the option to do this. So it's not a glitch or anything. It's supposed to be that way. It is set up to lock you out of Sonoda because there's obviously a lot of spoilers for things if you played Sonoda, say, before Joker or before Tomo, because you wouldn't understand his story. You wouldn't be able to get the full impact of it. So, of course, it's set up that way. I'm going to stop here, and I will continue with the scene where Yuki and Sonoda work together on the flyers. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. And also, sorry about being kind of nasally this time. I have a bit of a cold, and I'm trying to record things anyway. So I will see you next time.